Welcome to Brighton. This iconic seaside resort town is an easy day trip from London as it's just an hour away, but I do recommend staying overnight so that you get to enjoy all of the joys of the city. It's probably most famous for its pier, its promenade, its shopping lanes, and also its vegan scene. So let's go and see what this beautiful town has to offer. The seafront is a great introduction to the best of Brighton, and so strolling alongside it should be your first activity in town. Brighton has all kinds of amazing food, but fish and chips should be at the top of your list, and no catch makes the best vegan fish and chips. Another popular option which also does vegan options is Little Jack Fuller's. As well as its vegan scene, Brighton has a bit more of an alternative vibe than many other towns in the UK, and so we've seen a tarot reader, a street portrait painter, and other street performers. Brighton is also home to one of the largest LGBTQ+ communities in the UK, and it's currently Pride, so the city is even more decorated with flags than usual. No one who comes to Brighton can miss out on visiting the Royal Pavilion. This structure dates back to 1815 and draws a lot of inspiration from Indian architectural designs, although the designs you see here would never be used in combination with one another back in India. It's quite pricey to visit at £19 per adult, though this does give you admission for a full year. If you want to do something more budget, then you can admire the exterior for free and wander around the gardens, as these are completely free to explore. They're also a really popular place to have a picnic when it's sunny like today. Unfortunately, the pavilion was under quite a lot of scaffolding, so here's a quick clip without it from my last trip. Another spot where you can discover all about the history of Brighton and nearby Hove is in the Brighton Museum and Gallery. You do have to pay to visit this, and we are running short on time because there are a lot of things to cover today, but this is a great rainy day activity. If you love charity shops and going to thrift stores, then Brighton is a great destination because it has one of the greatest concentrations and greatest quality of any kind of charity shop, thrift shop in the UK. This is where I found my wedding dress, and Anton just found a Lacoste shirt for £17. The lanes are one of the oldest parts of Brighton and date all the way back to the 16th century, when this was a fishing village known as Brighthelmston. One of the oldest buildings in the whole area is the Cricketers' Arms, which dates back to 1547. One area of the Brighton lanes is particularly renowned for all of its diamond shops and jewellery sellers. It's actually really common for couples to come here when they get engaged to choose their engagement ring together. As well as its vegan scene, Brighton has some truly mouth-watering cafes, so do be sure to check out one or two of them when strolling around town. One of the most popular places to hang out for locals and visitors alike is the iconic Pebble Beach. On a sunny day like today, it's really popular to go swimming in the water, but that doesn't mean that it's warm because it's still England. Along the seafront here, there's loads of little shops selling ice creams, there's a carousel, and there's of course the iconic pier, which we'll go and check out now. Brighton Pier is officially known as Brighton Palace Pier, and it dates all the way back to 1899. It's Grade 2 star listed, meaning that you can't do any alterations. It's actually the third pier in Brighton, but it's the only one still in existence. Unfortunately, you do have to pay £1 to enter, which I do find a bit steep because there's not really much to see here. The heart of the pier is filled with all kinds of arcade games and two-piece slot machines, but to be honest, the real draw is the amazing view. If you go right to the end, then there are a bunch of amusement games as well. We've discovered the best bit of the pier, and it's this play on words. Brighten your day. Found along from the beach is the cute and picturesque scene of Hove's colourful beach huts. The beach huts were introduced to the south side of the promenade in the 1930s and have become an iconic photograph spot of the beach. We finished our time in Brighton with a visit to Souu, which has its very own mouth-watering vegan menu. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more UK travel content. Bye!